There we go. We're just getting rolling here.
Hello, everybody.
Let's get this rolling here. 12. Everybody muted. There we go. Happy Thursday, everyone. Paul Austin and Terry St. Amman coming to you live on Zoom from the amazing city of Buffalo, USA. We're here in lovely Buffalo at our hotel room getting prepared to head to our training event in Orlando, Florida, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen the posts on our team page and so on. So we're excited about doing our first ever onboarding call tonight. So we're going to give it a couple minutes here to give everybody a chance to get on the call here. Can everybody hear us okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear okay. Thanks, Nancy. Doreen, thank you very much for on there. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Let me just see the chat here, Paul. Jason Keeping. Hey, Jay. Good to see you. I see Lori Buchanan on there. Nice to see Lori. I think she was with the lovely Jen Moyer tonight. Were you smiling? I can see you smiling. I'm going to unmute you for a second. There, can you hear me, Lori?
I can hear you.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys as well. You guys missed an awesome dinner.
Yeah. I heard you guys were not too far from us, maybe 45 minutes from where we are. In Welland, were you?
Yes, sir. Yes, in the best Italian restaurant in Ontario.
Which one?
It's called Don Marco's. It's a little tiny place. Amazing food.
Yeah, I love Welland. Yeah, that's I heard all about that place. I never got to go, but I got to go now.
Your hotel room looks lovely.
There's 2 beds.
It only looks lovely because we've only been here for an hour.
Oh, good.
So, anyways, well, great to see you on the call, Lori. Glad you had a great dinner, and we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. So,
Awesome.
Okay. There we go. I just want to see if there's a chat. So, a few minutes we got on. So, guys, welcome to our first inaugural onboarding call. And the purpose of this call is Paul and I, as leaders in this company, wanted to help and do the best we can to help you not only be successful yourself, but to help you bring on your people and help them to be successful. And being a new company, and we're all learning, and we continue to learn, and Paul and I certainly, experiment a lot. Paul's a pro when it comes to social media. I've learned a lot from Paul. He's taught me a lot. He spent a lot of time doing research on Facebook and social media, but has done an amazing job as a leader in Vox Life at bringing people on and setting people up for success. And the retention factor that Paul has of people that are active, I think Paul has somewhere enrolled personally somewhere in the neighborhood of 110 or 111 people, and has 97 of them still active. So success leaves clues, people. And so enrolling people and getting them set up for success is paramount to, certainly having a strong downline, having a strong team underneath you, and people are going to do what you do. So it's very vital that we set our new associates and business partners up for success. So we're excited to bring you this training. We're excited to, sort of be the guinea pigs that go out there and fail forward and skin our knees and try to show you guys the ways not to do things in some cases. You know what I mean? So we're excited to bring you this training every 2 weeks. We're going to continue to research and do the best things we can, working with not only each other, but other leaders in the company, and finding out the best way and the best systems. And we think that, what we've been doing from, the last year or so has been very successful in building, my team, building Paul's team, and some of our personal enrollments as well. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to my partner and good friend, Paul Austin, to do our first onboarding, and I'll chirp in every now and then. I'm going to be trying to work the controls here. But we're certainly going to try and keep and respect everybody's time tonight, and we're going to try and keep it to under 20 minutes to a half hour tops, okay? So don't worry, this will be recorded. So if you have associates that you've invited, new people that you invited on this call, don't panic. We'll put the recording up on the page when the training is done. So I'm pleased to have you here, Paul. Welcome.
Right on, buddy.
And
right on.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so guys, just remember that what we're about to go over is exactly what I went over since we made the pages. It's exactly what I went over at Summer in the city, and it's exactly what I'll be going over and doing in Orlando. So it may seem repetitive. It may seem like, I don't need to jump on there. I know what I'm doing, but I just had somebody reach out to me that hadn't been on the team page in 2 years, and they're lost. And that's incredible to me that they don't know about this group, or this main group, Team Vaccination, which is everybody's group. So I'll just get Terry to share the screen, and then we're going to go to just our layout kind of it's in the Team Vaccination page under the announcements, which used to be called the pinned post, but now we're allowed to put more things within the announcements. So there is a video there on onboarding. You can obviously watch that. It's going to sort of go over the same kind of concepts, but like I say, this is duplication over and over and over and over again. So we're going to do the exact same thing over and over again, because we're always going to have new people joining every day, every minute, every hour. So this is crucial I'm sure there's a lot of people on now that are new and they don't know what to do. Maybe nobody's told them and they haven't walked people through. So first is, you have somebody interested in looking at Vox Life. I met Terry at a coffee shop, or I met him at the mall, or I had a sock and soul party and had people over. I was at a vendor event and somebody's bought the product, or they're interested in learning more. So the first step is to add them to the Vox Life Testimonials group. If there's anything that you do that you should do every single day, is this right here. Vox Life Testimonials is your best friend in this business. There's over 41,000 people sharing their stories. This is not you just sharing yours and that's it. This is like, you got to show people everyone's story, and that's where they'll really, resonate with it and understand it. So what you're going to do is add them to the group. You're not going to welcome them, because we don't want the feed. Imagine welcome, 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 welcome. It would just overwhelm. We just want to add them. But what we want to do is, obviously we had a discussion with them so we know what their ailment, condition, or issue is, what their discomfort is, whatever it might be. So now you have to go and search the testimonials group, which is very easy. You can see on the sidebar there's a search this group with a magnifying glass.
So let's go to testimonials.
Yeah, we'll just go there in real time.
Testimonials right now.
So we're just running off Wi-Fi here. We might be a little bit delayed, but that's okay. So when you go to Vox Life Testimonials, there is an option on the left side, and this is on a personal computer. It's different on your phone. On your phone, it's going to be located up here at the top of the Facebook group. You're just going to go in there and type in anything. You could type in MS or diabetes or foot pain or plantar fasciitis, and make sure you spell things right, because you might miss out on a few of them.
So here's where you add your members, right in here. Add your members, and when you start to type their name, they'll pop up in the feed. So let's just say I wanted to type in Chris Ma. Well, Chris Ma, if I click on his name, that tags him. If I click on him, that will tag him automatically and put him into the group, and he'll get a notification that he's in the group. Once you do that, I'm not going to add him right now, so I'll just delete him. And Then I want to go in and say Chris Ma has had some struggles with knee pain, right? Say he wants to see, hey, well, this neurological product, will it help my body fix, some knee discomfort or whatever? So we can tell, we've added Chris in here. We type in knee pain, and we go enter, search. So as you can see, it's word searchable. So everything in here is knee pain, knee brace, knee. Now you can go in and say, okay, here's a great testimonial. I want to tag him. So I can click on the comments. As we can see that the internet's a little bit slow here. And you scroll down to the comments, and you can start typing in his name, blah, 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 in here. And his name will pop in again here. Click on it, and it's, hey, Chris, here's a great testimonial on the success someone has had with alleviating discomfort of knee pain through using our technology, something like that. So that just quickly gives you a tutorial on how to add and tag people on the testimonials page. So let's go back to our Team Vaccination page.
And it's crucial that if you have a question, before you go to our team page or to the actual, a lot of people are going to the testimonials page and saying, hey, has anyone had any results with plantar fasciitis? Well, before you ask that question, go into the search this group and ask, like type in plantar fasciitis, and it will show you. There may be something you type in there that does not appear, and that's okay. But when you ask the question, just go to the team page, because you're better to pull the associates and ask them, because we're the ones that have come across all the different issues. Then maybe someone hasn't shared their story because they're private and they don't want to share it. So only ask the question in the team group and just leave testimonials for testimonials. And that's just, a crucial part of it. So let's assume you've added them, you followed up with them. They decide, hey, I'm going to get the product. They get the product. You wait some time and you follow up with them and you say, hey, what's going on? What happened? How did you like it? And all of a sudden they decide, wow, this was incredible. I know so many people I can help with this. So I'd love to link arms and do this with you. So what you want to do is you want to then add them to the Team Vaccination group, which is simple. We just showed you how to do it with the testimonials group. And then next you want to add them, but do not welcome them to the other two groups. So now we've narrowed it down to 3 groups instead of having 6. So you have it's 4 groups: testimonials, which they should be in right off the hop. Then you go to the Team Vaccination, and then you're going to do the post ideas and the sock swap. We don't want that filling the feed. We'd rather see your sock and soul parties and all the parties that you're having and where you're going to be for a vendor event. Because if we go in the group with the most people, then we're going to see, oh my gosh, somebody's having an event in Moncton, New Brunswick. Wow, my aunt's there. Gee, she could just go to that vendor event and experience the assessment or the demo and get the product. And hey, I don't have to ship it to her. She doesn't have to go online, because you want those people demoed. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that we want to, reiterate here, folks, is that when somebody makes a decision to join us in our mission of reaching 1 billion plus people and helping 1 billion plus people, when they make the decision to join, they're always not 100% in some cases. They don't know whether it's the right decision, whatever. And so when we add and welcome them and edify them in our team page, and all of a sudden we all go on as associates and we say, hey, welcome, congratulations, thanks for joining us, what a great decision, blah, blah, blah. We take them maybe from, a 6 to maybe an 8, just by edifying their decision, just by building them up and saying, hey, my new associate's a great mom, is a great dad, loves the outdoors, whatever it happens to be, and we edify them. So that part is very, very important with your new associates, to make sure that you do a welcome post that is positive, something that edifies them. Ask their permission for, can I use a picture? Usually it's not a problem, but it's always best to ask. It might be their profile picture on Facebook. and do a very positive post. So we want to ensure them that, hey, you're new, we welcome you, and it was the right decision. Don't panic. Lots to learn, but you just made a fantastic decision, and look at all the people that are welcoming you. So that's one of the key points, Paul, with making sure that people are added to the team, that we're building their confidence that what they decided to do with us is the right thing, was the right decision. So that's key.
Yeah, and then you find out how serious they are, right? So you want to know what is their intention, like how much do they want to spend, how much time, and that sort of thing. So, now you want to make sure that you say, hey, did you get your welcome email? Because with email today, if somebody's getting a random email from another company, it could all of a sudden go in their spam or junk mail, and they don't get it. So they haven't even looked at it. They can't even remember how to get in their back office and that sort of thing. So it's crucial to ensure that you know if they've got their welcome email, and then you want them to be familiar with their back office. You want to know where's the tools, where's the resources, maybe get them to go through the entire thing, the back office resources, and then say, look, write down questions, look it all over, read it all, and then let's have a phone call so that we can go over where you're kind of confused, or maybe you're struggling, or those sorts of things. And this seems like a lot of work, but yeah, this is work. You got to work hard. So you got to do all this stuff, because you don't just go, hey, so imagine I'm a new employee and I get in, I don't just go, hey, cubicle 10, there's a phone and a computer, go nuts. No, I'm going to go, hey, welcome. This is Joe. He's new, and, great guy. And here's, this is this person and that person. The person's going to feel comfortable. So you can't just, throw someone in somewhere and expect them to just do it all on their own. That's not going to happen. And so just make sure that they're ready, that they have all the information, and that their questions are answered.
Yeah, it's very important to have that orientation period with your new associate. You may have one meeting with your associate and think they're ready. Well, they're not. You got to give them permission that you're here to work with them. You want to help them see success. And so, it might take 5 meetings with them. It might take 8 meetings with them, and then constant contact until they are confident enough to be sort of set free and just use you now as their upline sponsor in situations where they get stuck. Because we want to create duplication. And so you want to set your people up the best way you can so that you can set them free, so that they're going to do what you did. And if you set them up right, it doesn't matter. Some people will take 3 meetings, 2 meetings. Some people take 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't matter. The important thing is, it's not how long, it's how well you set them up. And that will be vital to your business, trust me.
And then the only stupid question is the one not asked. Yep. Because don't be afraid. I got people that they're messaging me, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, and they're saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to bug you again. And you're not bugging me, because trust me, guys, you want that happening to you, because if that's happening to you, you've got somebody conscientious that wants to do this. And that's why you're all on this call tonight. You want to do this. So we always say success leaves clues, and it's not just us that's successful in this company. Lots of people are successful, and I'll tell you right now, I've monitored it, I've watched it. I watch this stuff like a hawk, and the people that are successful are following this system. At the end of the day, if you're going to try and reinvent the wheel, then good luck, because there is a process that works. We've proven it, and everybody that's following it's just been a game changer for them, because I always had my guard up. I can do this. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had a business before. Piece of cake. Boom, failed miserably, until I let myself open up, take my guard down, and say, wow, I need to learn. I don't know this industry. I knew publishing and magazines and all that stuff. I didn't know this. And this is so much easier. But
yeah, and guys, I can't tell you how many meetings, I had with Paul when I first enrolled him. I didn't bug him, but, it came to a time where I said, dude, seriously, I know your interest. I know you're a smart guy. Here's what's happening right now. And I didn't bug him every week or whatever. I said, hey, can I give you another call in another couple weeks or whatever? Anyways, long story short, when we linked arms, we had lots of meetings, and and we were trying to figure out the best way to do this. And between the two of us, I was building, and we set up these systems because of previous experience we had, relatively short, but previous experience, and looking at what other leaders and other companies were doing, and then trying to emulate or copy what they were doing and apply it to this property here. So depending on, there's no formula as to how long you're going to be with your new associate, helping them get set up. Just remember, they're going to do what you do. So you got to make sure you know your business first. You got to make sure you know your back office first. You got to know your business, because you can't teach somebody if you don't know. So it's imperative to understand when you're onboarding somebody and bringing them on that you know the steps, you know where the tools are, you know what the answers are. You're not going to learn it, overnight, but you got to apply yourself, and you got to look at your business every day and figure out, what can I learn? What can I learn in my business today? What can I do? And then share it and help people. So that's a key point on follow up and ensure that they understand how their back office works, how their ordering portal is set up, to set up for doing future orders. Let them know where the tools are. Watch a couple videos with them. Show them where the videos are. And then once they get their order set up, it's a phone call to explain, either a phone call or a personal meeting to explain what's in the package, why the socks are different, which ones are different, and ensure that in their welcome kit they've read all that material. I can't believe how many people this welcome kit that Vox Life has put together is so rich in material, and they got so much stuff that will help you. And I know a lot of people that don't want to do the business haven't read their stuff in their welcome kit, right? So it's like going out there and trying to find your way with a blindfold on, right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're holding our people accountable based on what they want. They want to do it, they want to build a business, then we have to ensure, as their sponsor and as their leader, that they're doing the right steps, right?
Yeah, for sure. And already what we've already learned is, if you look at step number 5, but we're going to revamp this list a little bit, because honestly, this should be, once the person wants to get involved, you want to go over the new associate checklist, and it's in the files tab of the group. So
right
if you
here.
go on the files tab, you're going to be able to go in and you're going to see the
new associate
checklist should be there. I think it's down a bit. A lot of stuff's been right there.
Here.
So all you do is click on that, download it, and then you want to have this discussion. And don't worry, we'll revamp the 6 steps, and we may even add a step, but we've been chatting about this and just trying to see the best way. See, we're always improving, we're always learning, we're never perfect. This isn't scripted, this is just what we do every day. So you need to know, and Jay will say this, and he said it in, somewhere in the city, are you some of the time, part-time, or full-time? And most of you are going to be part-time. But if someone's some of the time, how much time do you want to spend with them? Not to say that they're doing anything wrong. If they just want to dabble, share with their family, that's great. They're sharing, they're exposing people to this. We respect that, we love that. But you want to spend your time with the people that just want to go with this. And that's the only way we're going to ever reach the 1 billion people. So very important. We're going to revamp that's something you want to do at the very beginning to understand how serious they are. Because then you can say 3 weeks down the road, hey, Joe, remember that sock and soul party you were going to have? Remember we told you buy a $600 gold pack, you're going to sell it overnight and make $500? When are we doing that? Because you told me in the beginning you wanted to do it, but you're not doing it. And that's something that, you can just go back on and then realize, hey, something might happen in their life or whatever the case may be. But find out who the serious ones are and then spend your time with them. Because trust me, as your team grows, you can't be all in the same place at the same time.
Yeah. And I think that's probably the single biggest mistake that we make as associates, that we don't really determine exactly what our new teammate wants. We think we know what we want out of them, but it's not what they want. So it's very, very vital to go through It doesn't have to be the new associate checklist that's on the files tab here. You can create your own if you want, but it's just a series of questions. Page 3, 4, and 5, I believe, on this, or 4, 5, and 6 in the new associate checklist. It's just a series of questions to ask and understand what your new teammate wants. And it's very important because we don't want to drag people and try and pull them. We want to nurture them. We want to let them take it at their pace and respect that and understand what they want. And so as a leader or as a sponsor, you have to qualify your time. If they're not wanting to do it to the degree that it's gonna take to build a business, then you're not going to spend a ton of time with them because they're not ready yet. Doesn't mean that their goals and what they want won't change over time and decide to say, hey, I'm ready to step it up a notch. I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to give this, 15, 20 hours, 30 hours a week, whatever it happens to be. Then you can qualify your time as a sponsor, but you can only do that when you totally understand and you ask your new associate, so you joined Vox Life because blank. That is from Diane Dinkmeyer, and I tell you, that was the best thing I ever heard. You have joined Vox Life because, and let them answer, right? And then help them get that. And that may change, but it's so vital. If you hire a new employee, you don't throw them in the building and say, good luck.
Well,
right?
and you have an interview.
Yeah.
You get a series of questions asked, because if someone asks, are you willing to work Saturdays and Sundays? No. Well, we need someone for Saturdays and Sundays. So that would end. So it's when you relate it back to just a job or a job interview, it's no different. So there's nothing wrong with asking people questions, because you need to know if they qualify for what is ahead of them. If it's not something that they're going to resonate with or want to do, then you're going to find out really quickly. And then, save each other the hassle of all the time, because why would you want to waste time? We have limited time. So we need to, make it count. And
we're going to tweak these 6 steps just a little bit. We're adjusting and we're learning. But now that we have, a bi-weekly onboarding call, this will be, because the onboarding process is not elaborate necessarily, it might seem a little bit repetitive, but it's geared towards new people that are joining. One of the best things you can do as an associate, as a sponsor, is get somebody on this call so we can walk through these steps with your new associate and go through that. And so that's one of the key things, is tag them in this new bi-weekly onboarding call to ensure they're following our easily duplicatable system. We want to maybe adjust in here, maybe talk about sock and sole possibly, and so on. But basically, if we get these steps, there'll be ongoing questions, but these are basically going to be the 6 steps that we want everybody to duplicate to get your people set up for success when they start. Because we know that, some people will do lots, some people will do little, and some people we enroll will do nothing. That's just the way it is. Doesn't mean they're going to do nothing forever. We have lots of examples of people that haven't done anything for almost a year, and then all of a sudden they watch, they've been engaged, they've been seeing, and they're ready to go. So the steps, again, the 6 steps have to come into play, and we want to keep it simple for everybody, and yet it has to be the right steps to make sure that people are engaged. But I think the key thing, again, find out what your new associate wants out of this, and then help them get it, whatever that is.
Yeah, and if there's any advice right now that you guys should do, you want to get your business off the ground, you've been an associate for 6 months, 8 months, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 minutes, maybe you just jumped on here, have a sock and sole get together. You don't have to call it a party, sip, sock, sole, a get together. You invite people to barbecues. I'm telling you right now, you don't need all the fancy banners and racks and get the event. You can do that in the future, but right off the start, get your sponsor to bring a banner over or support you, and just make sure that you just have this party, invite people over. We invite people to a barbecue. We invite people to come over for a swim, whatever it is. So have people come over. We're not changing their lifestyle. We're just showing them something amazing. So you'll make, and we've seen it, $500 to $1,200 in 3 hours. Like, if that's appealing to you, then reach out and ask all about the sock and sole party, because it is a massive momentum builder. What we've seen with people all over is just, it's remarkable. And they're getting another party from the party, and another person has a party from it. And we'll show you how to make $500 in literally 2-3 hours. It's no joke. It's real. Just reach out, and that's really going to fuel your business right from the get-go.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times, guys, what happens is it's nobody's fault. We're all trying to do the best we can. But these onboarding processes that we've developed here have worked. We've proven it. So we want to, train the field on how to do it so that you have success in your downline. Because there's nothing more frustrating as an associate, I don't think, that when you sponsor somebody in the business and you don't do a good job at getting them in the business set up for success, and they quit and they bail. Right? That can be very, very frustrating when you work so hard to, get them on the product, and all of a sudden they decide, well, no, I'm just going to buy product. So it's key to set them up properly, interview them, find out, is there any questions, give them permission to call you as their sponsor. Okay, let's go through it, give them a little bit of homework sometimes, even here, watch a couple of these videos, and let's hook up again on Friday. Let's meet for an hour on Friday, have coffee, let's go through it. You got time between now and then to write out any of your questions. And if you don't have the answer for your new associate, post in the team page. I keep saying this, Team Vaccination is for everybody. It's not my page. It's not Paul's page. It's our page. Use it, leverage it, invite people to your page called Team Vaccination. Take ownership in it. Invite people to your testimonials page. Take ownership in it. There's power in ownership, right? So leverage that with your new people, add content, be present on the page as much as you can, follow the 10-4-1 posting system, teach that to your, to your new associates, of those that want to build a substantial business, and obviously product-based first, right? Yeah. So anyways, it is just shortly after 2 minutes after 9. We're done, folks, for tonight. This will be recorded. I thank everybody for being on the call tonight, and we appreciate your time. And any questions you have, please post in the Team Vaccination page, and we'll do our best to get your answers in the quickest possible time. So anyways, thank you very much, folks. Thanks for being on the call. Good night. God bless everybody. Take care now.